when you go to like the doctor's office as a kid and like you get your shot, and if you're really good, they let you go pick from the treasure box and stuff. And then you get to the treasure box and you're like, it's just a bunch of crap, and you just feel like so let down by the world that, that you would ever be good enough to get your shot for this load of crap. Yeah, well, that's what I feel like the Ipsy choice is. Hello, everybody. It's Cindy, and welcome back to Cindy Lou Loves Glam too. If you're new here, welcome. I have mainly done unboxings on my channel. That might change. I'm seriously thinking about cutting off all my subscription boxes so that I can have more of a budget to buy other things. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. We're going to be doing a Boxy Premium versus Boxycharm Base Box versus the Ipsy Glam Bag Plus. In this video, we are going to be doing a virtual unboxing of the Ipsy Glam Bag Plus. I don't want to wait until this darn box finally gets here. I got a notification that they had shipped it to me on July 6th. This thing been in my area. It's supposedly been in my city for like the last 5 days. That's what it says on the tracking. And then it says, like, when I finally went to go recheck it, because they kept updating the time when it would get to me, it's now like July 22nd is when they're in. So next Wednesday. I don't know when I'll actually get this video up. I don't want to hold on to my stuff and film in the middle of the week until Wednesday when these guys can't get it together. So we're going to do a virtual unboxing with that, since Ipsy pretty much gives you your entire glam bag and what you're getting at the beginning of the month anyway. So there's no reason for me to hold on to it other than like if you wanted to see the products in action. I'm more ticked off that my Ipsy hasn't gotten here, mainly because of the only add-on I did this month is I finally treated myself to the Jackie Aina palette, and that was an add-on, and it still hasn't gotten here. So I'm a little bit more bummed about that. Ipsy, y'all need to get your ish together. That's all I'm gonna say. It's like it's right here and it's there and it's there, and it needs to be all here. You need to get your ish together, okay? Get it together. I'll just go ahead and say it up front. I'm gonna cancel my Ipsy. They're not impressing me again. We're gonna do our Ipsy Glam Bag Plus first. Of course, we get the makeup bag in each one, and the theme is Wanderlust, a travel theme. It's kind of cute, but it kind of reminds me of those cheesy fanny packs that you would get, or even little bags that you could get back in like the late 80s, early 90s. Back when fanny packs were big in like the late 80s, early 90s, like, you know how it had like that, it was like that plastic and there was like that appliques on it with like the really cheesy graphics and prints and everything. I remember Alexandria, damn it, I can't believe I forgot her name. You know who I'm talking about though. She's the sub box queen. She called it the Miami Vice theme. I could definitely think of Miami Vice, but it also kind of like reminds me of Saved by the Bell. It's just got those wacky graphics like that. That's all I can think of. But it's cheesy. With the Glam Bag Plus bags, like the makeup bags are never really that big to hold anything in. I don't know how useful these stupid bags are. So the first thing I got in the Ipsy Glam Bag Plus is the Ciate London Watermelon Burst Hydrating Primer. It says it's refreshing, hydrating. It does have a watermelon scent, and it has hyaluronic acid in it. Apparently it's a unique serum-like texture, grips onto fine foundation for long-lasting wear, and a flawless, non-cakey finish. I was getting frustrated because I think they just gave me a primer last month, and it's like there's only so many primers you can have. And I feel like a lot of these sub boxes get just nothing but primers. Like if you've got one ride or die that you're using every day, chances are if you get a full size of it, it's probably going to last you at least 6 months, if not closer to a year. So like you really only need 2 primers a year. So that's also part of the reason why I'm frustrated by this, is because like Ipsy's personalization, like if you ever rank like a primer as being good, even if I think I've marked primers as being something that I rarely want, and they're still giving it to me every month. So I don't get it, and I don't get if it's because of the skincare thing. I don't get it if it's because I gave the Dr. Brandt primer last month a good review. I don't know, but like I don't think whatever their personalization algorithm is, like I just don't think it's cued into really thinking about like what you need or want. And it might have been that the only thing that they had to give out, because I feel like Ipsy also has very limited items. Like, yeah, you're going to get a personalized bag, but maybe they only have like 15 products the whole month. So like, of course you're going to get a lot of the same. I didn't want to just read Ipsy reviews. I went out and I read some other reviews, and there are a lot of people that really, really like this primer. So I think I might actually keep it around. I was thinking about putting it in a giveaway, but I think I'm actually going to keep that around. The Watermelon Burst Hydrating Primer from Ciate retails for $28. The next product that I got, it was the $1 Billion Brows 60 Seconds to Beautiful Brows Kit in Taupe. Apparently it is a brow powder with a little spoolie, dual-ended spoolie and eyebrow brush. There's nothing special about this. I've liked some other $1 Billion Brows products that I've got in the past, but I am not a powder girl. I always feel like I put it on wrong, and I just don't like to draw the hairs on. I just want to hurry up and get it on and go. So this is just definitely not for me. The retail value of this is $24. I don't know who is paying $24 for a tiny little crappy dual-ended brow brush and a little thing of brow powder, but I think maybe these guys might want to rethink their prices and maybe slow their roll a little bit here, because I definitely don't think that's worth it. The next product I got was the Mid Flower. It's got an accent on it, so I'm sure I'm pronouncing it incorrectly, but Mid Flower Hyaluronic Acid Moisturizing Mask. I got a set of 3. Wow, you're supposed to keep this one on for 30 minutes because it says a 30-minute date with this mask will leave your skin feeling soft, replenished, and looking ultra dewy. So Mid Flower products combine pure flower water with silky soft sheet masks to deliver the ultimate mask experience. Hopefully that doesn't make me break out. Like whatever flower water is, hopefully it doesn't make me break out. The retail value of the 3 masks is $15. So I guess that's $5 a mask. Okay. I mean, I like sheet masks. I just don't care to pay $25 to have that be the only thing I like in the box. I'm not sure how to pronounce this, but I heard somebody else pronounce it. I think it was Abadab pronounce it. I received an eye cream from Duft and Doft. It's called the Salmon Vagine. The Salmon Vagine or Vagine, I don't know. But I think we're just going to call it Vagine because it's the Salmon Vagine Hydroactive Eye Cream. I don't know what Duft and Doft were thinking when they named this product, but it doesn't sound like anything that I would want to put on under my eyes. You know, maybe in another area, but not under my eyes. But let's learn more about it. So apparently this thing has sodium DNA and collagen. It says it helps fade under eye circles with niacinamide. I think there's something with this. It says salmon vagine. I think there's some kind of like salmon eggs or something in this. I think that's the thing behind it. I do like eye creams. I am starting to get a little overwhelmed with it, but I'm not gonna lie. The whole idea of putting like caviar under my eyes like makes me wonder if this might be a pretty good product. I don't know. The Duft and Doft Salmon Vagine Hydroactive Eye Cream retails for $27. And last but not least is my choice product. That's the other thing about Ipsy. You can choose one of your products, but every single time like I choose one of the products, it just seems like you know when you go to like the doctor's office as a kid and like you get your shot, and if you're really good they let you go pick from the treasure box and stuff, and then you get to the treasure box and you're like, it's just a bunch of crap, and you just feel like so let down by the world that that you would ever be good enough to get your shot for this load of crap. Yeah, well, that's what I feel like the Ipsy choice is, because all it seems like is just the load of crap that they've got for the month. Do I want dog turds or do I want little rabbit turds, or wait, like that's your choice with the Ipsy. So anyway, I kind of wanted some eyeshadow, so I did choose the Il Makiage Color Boss Multi-Dimensional eye color. I got it in the shade Alter Ego. I am starting to kick myself a little bit because I think I should have picked that more smoky green color, but I went for this because I don't know, I guess that day in particular I wanted more of like a purple. I was looking more for purples. This looks like kind of a shiny plum purple. I don't know what it looks like because again it's lost in God knows where. Now there are some folks here that I think when they looked at this particular color, they said I don't really like brown eyeshadows. So I don't know if it's one of those that look like when you hit it with lights, it looks very deep plum, but when you actually put it on the skin, it kind of looks more brownish. No, it says metallic purple shade. It says, okay, multi-dimensional and totally eye-catching, this metallic purple shade was practically made for all your big nights out. All right. So yeah, apparently it's like this weird, like cream to powder formula. It says it glides on like a cream, blends like a liquid, and finishes like a powder. It's probably just a powder. Don't try to wow me. I totaled up everything with Ipsy, and the total value of my Ipsy box is $123. So for $25, in theory, that's a great deal. Would I have paid $25 for any of these products or to get any combination of this, even if I didn't like one of them? Absolutely not. This month was kind of a waste for me. We're going to move next to the Boxycharm Base Box. And I have already tried on a few of the products between my Boxycharm boxes. So, we got the theme for this month is Sunshine. It's obviously this very summery theme. It's very cute. Looks like you're hanging out by the pool with, you got some lemons to make some lemonade or to have in your nice iced tea or a cold glass of water or whatever. I love all the colors on the front. We don't care about the card, do we? Okay, so this month I got variation number 41. I don't know if you can see that. I think we're going to continue to see just a tremendous number of variations. We'll start off with this one. I have not opened this yet. This was my choice product. It is the Clean Skin Club Vitamin C Brightening Booster. So you can use it just as a serum on its own, or you can use it to enhance your cream or serum. The concentrated formula contains watermelon and green tea extracts, which help reduce sun damage, even out skin tone, and improve the appearance of aged and stressed skin. Yes, and this is the most expensive item in my box this month. So the Clean Skin Club Vitamin C Brightening Booster retails for $49.95. So the next item I have is the Ciate London Everyday Vacay Setting Spray. And I gotta say, I'm glad. I love setting sprays. This one smells like coconut. I love it. I love that coconut scent, especially in summertime. It just reminds me of like sunscreen and the beach and all the places that I want to be right now, but can't for obvious reasons. But it smells really good. I like it. It does say that it has micro pearls in it. The Ciate London Everyday Vacay Coconut Setting Spray retails for $22. The next product, I'm going to go ahead and pull this. I received the Lavish Quick Color Switch Dry Brush Cleaner. I know that this is very simple, but I love it. I've always kind of wanted one of these, but I've never gotten one. And to me, $20 is a lot to pay for this. I don't think I've said that, but that's how much it is. But I love it. It's got this little like rough sponge in there so that you can rub your brushes on it when like you want to switch out the color, or if you're like me, you're a busy mom and you don't have time to be washing your brushes all the time. This is just a quick swirl, 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 swirl. It scrapes off that color and you're good to go. And you can tell that I've only had this for a few days and it's already got so much on it. So I love it. You can take it out, then wash the sponge and then put it back. And it comes in like a nice little can. So like this is definitely a winner in my book. So the retail value of the Lavish Quick Color Switch Dry Brush Cleaner is $20. All right, next, I got the Cream Shop Clean Canvas Color Correcting Cushion Primer. It's in purple. I don't tend to have an issue with sallowness, I don't think. Maybe I do, and I'm just not aware of it. I just don't use purple color correctors. If I do, if I use color correctors, I'm more likely to wear use green or salmon or peachy color correctors. I have dark circles, and so I like to cover that up with salmon or peach colored color correctors. If I use one, I have used some green to also, cover up both redness on cheeks, but also if I get a really bad zit. Most of the time my foundation is good enough to do that on its own though. But so when I saw this in my box, I was a little bit bummed because I was like, well, I kind of wish I'd gotten it in something else. Now I know a lot of people use purple because apparently it really brightens up the face. I don't know if I'm ever going to get any use out of this. I might check around and see if there's anybody in my current life that might enjoy this, and if not, it might end up in a future giveaway. It is intriguing to me, I won't lie, but I just don't know that I need a purple color corrector. Okay, so the Cream Shop Clean Canvas Color Correcting Cushion Primer retails for $20. I saved the best for last, but I received the Pure Cosmetics Festival 2.0 eyeshadow palette. And of course, last year we received the Festival palette. I've got it right here as comparison. I think this was also one of my first unboxings too. But this is what it looks like. It's kind of a nice palette to get. I don't dip into it that often. I tend to wear more colorful looks, and this does not have the variety of colors that I normally reach for. So I haven't picked it up as much. But this one, these colors are absolutely colors that I would wear to a festival. I have been playing around with this palette for a few days. I have loved a lot of the eye looks that I've come up with. I love this pink color. I love this purple. The blue's pretty nice. I love the silvers in here. You still have the nudie tones in here to help you get some transition shades. And, if you just want to do a simple nude eye, you can do that. But if you want to really take it up a notch with these colors, I love this pink shade. I love it, love it, love it. This is, chef's kiss. I love it. It's really pigmented, but I haven't had any problems with blending it out. Look, I know a lot of people always complain about Pure being in the Boxycharm, or I feel like people always on Pure, and I don't understand why, because every product that I've gotten out of Boxycharm from Pure, I've really enjoyed. I hit pan on the contour palette. I really liked the Pure contour palette that we got a few years ago. I like the Festival palette. Okay. Okay, all the Pure products also have like this vanilla chocolatey, like hot cocoa scent to it. Now I want hot cocoa. I love this palette. I love these colors. I am so into it. Speaking of which, I also just ordered the Raw Beauty Christie palette. I had to do the pre-order, the pre-sale or whatever, because obviously I was one of the people that got stuck on the website and then still didn't get the palette. But I did get that signed up for today, and I'm really excited to get that one, even though it'll be months from now. But the pigment, like just what I've seen so far, looks amazing, and the whole layout of it looks just very smart. I'm happy to support Raw Beauty Christie because she's like one of my favorite beauty bloggers, and I've been watching her for a while, probably at least 3 years or maybe even more. So the Pure Cosmetics Festival 2.0 eyeshadow palette retails for $36. I really wanted to do my eye look today with this, but I realized, oh, I've got 2 other palettes I do have to pay some attention to. But I did end up putting a little bit of Fantasy World, this purple shade, under my eye for a period of time, and then before I started this video, I decided to go ahead and putting a little bit under my eye, this blue shade here, this electric shade. So very nice, very pigmented. I love the shades in here. I would totally use these together. That was everything in my Boxycharm Base Box. So the total retail value for my Boxycharm Base Box for July 2020 is $147.95. We pay $25 a month for the box, so that is a great value. And when I opened this box up, I was happy with every single product that I saw in here, minus this a little bit. So this was definitely at least a 4 out of 5 on my scale. Even this might end up being okay. Maybe I might try it, but everything else in here I'm going to get a lot of use out of. I will probably use them up. So let's move on to premium. So again, once again, the theme for this month is sunshine. I got variation number 59. I doubt that you can see that. A lot of variations out there. I'll go ahead and pull this one out. I think everybody got the Morphe Manny MUA collab palette. It's called the Glam palette. Has this marble. Who else do we know had marble on their palette packaging? Who used to be associated with this person? Maybe somebody's copying. Anyway, I kid. Open it up, and it is a pretty basic palette, as you can see. For the most part, we're looking at browns and stuff. I guess there is some mauves and a little bit of coral up here, but it's pretty basic palette. 12 eyeshadows with 2 highlighters here. I have Sophie as transition. I did use this as a base. The Dust Cloud as base. Jamenta is the main pink color that you see here, and I deepened it up with a little bit of this Spellbound shade, which always makes me think of Susie and the Banshees. Awesome song if you don't know what I'm talking about. I am wearing the Nova highlighter currently. I don't know if you can tell if I'm wearing it or not. It is a pretty basic palette. It is Morphe. I'm not particularly impressed by Morphe shadows. I don't think this is necessarily that bad. I'll probably have some swatches up going here. I mean, to me, it doesn't really swatch well. It did take me a while to build up some of these. And I did notice, like, for example, this Jamenta color, it was a little bit patchy at first. Usually if you lay down a powder base, that kind of helps it. And I did blend it out a little bit with powders. But it did take some building up to get it to this level. But, you know, I've had this makeup on probably, I know it's been at least 5, maybe 6 hours at this point in time. So, I mean, she's holding up pretty well. But, you know, it's Morphe. I'm never really that impressed by Morphe shadows. Yeah, it's okay. So the Morphe and Manny MUA Glam Palette retails for $20. Oh, and I wanted to say something because I thought, oh shoot, is this like a year or 2 years old? Apparently this just came out in December, so it must not have done very well to end up in Boxycharm. Either that or they like just kind of snagged it early on. The next product I received this was actually my choice product. It is the Brow Bar by Rima. It's supposed to be a full face palette, and it is in Drama Queen. That's what they call it. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I thought this was going to be bigger, but since they said it was a face palette, they had like powders and bronzers and that sort of thing. This is not really big enough to be a decent face palette. But I was intrigued by this because I thought it had kind of like more... like I wanted this green and this, I thought this was more of a purpley eyeshadow. It's another one of those things where it's like, it looks like deep plum or like a purpley eyeshadow when the lights hit it dead on. But really when you put it on the eyes, it ends up looking like a very deep brown shimmer. So I don't know if I should say that I'm disappointed, but I guess all of those colors kind of go together. I have, of course, this green shade on my eyes currently. I used this shimmer. I think this is a shimmer bronzer shade. It could also be a good highlight shade for our deeper skin toned ladies. Apparently this is supposed to be a contour or bronzer shade here, this itty bitty skinny thing. I don't know who the heck is going to be able to dig their brush in to be able to make that happen. I think the majority of us are just going to use it as like eyeshadow, so maybe to, you know, use with some of these down here. Same for this. I think this is supposed to be some sort of a blush, but there's no way you're going to be able to dig a blush brush in there. I had, you know, I barely was able to really accomplish that with these pans and this and this. This is a translucent powder. It does seem nice. It doesn't seem nicely milled. I think this is supposed to be a blush. And, you know, because it's very bright orange. That was the other thing about this thing right here is like, this is just too orange. Like just straight up orange to be any kind of like a contour shade. But I do have this on as a blush today. It's kind of like a peachy, pinky orange, more of an orangey blush. It probably doesn't really go with the eye look, but whatever. This, I need to use a light hand with. It was very deep on my skin tone, and I have put on self-tanner in the last week. I know you can, you know, you can't tell, can you, by all the splotchiness. So, woohoo, look how splotchy that is. I don't know how much I'm actually going to use this, but, you know, we used it today to create a nice full face look. So, the Brow Bar by Rima Hollywood Icon Face Kit retails for $45. I don't know that I would pay $45 for this, but it does have very heavy, sleek packaging, so I could definitely see $45 put into the packaging here. So it is kind of nice and sturdy. So I got the Biro Bitter Green Essence Toner. I did try some of this earlier. This is what it looks like out of the box. I don't get why the E is backwards. I guess, I don't know, I guess dyslexia is like hip and cool. It does kind of also look like a trident when you look at it from the sides. It smells, there's almost like a minty smell to it. And I can't quite, you know, pick up everything else in there, but it's not a bad smell. I don't typically use toners. I don't even know what toners were for. I thought toners were mainly for people who had like acne. And I guess I keep confusing toner with astringent. That's what I think of. But I looked it up, and apparently, you know, toners are really good to use to get your skin ready for moisturizing and accepting the cream or serum or whatever that you put on it next. So I I am interested in trying this. It says that the Bitter Green Essence Toner is packed with 33 different green vegetable extracts, including artichoke, broccoli, and basil that will hydrate and purify your skin, helping to smooth unwanted texture. The megadose of antioxidants will nourish the skin while protect it from premature aging. I'm all down for that. It retails for $95. $95 for a toner. My guess is that this will probably be the only time I ever get to use it unless I get it in another sub box again. Because I'm not going to pay $95 for like a step that I don't even currently incorporate into my skin routine to begin with. Like, I don't need to invent a $95 problem. This does end up being the most expensive item in the box. I am excited to get it. I am excited to try it, but $95, girl. The next item that I got, I did put on today. I received the Milk Makeup Kush Lash Primer, and it is in the Widow White shade. Let me tell you something. Do you hear that? This is heavy. I feel like I could beat somebody with this thing. Like, in fact, it's so heavy that, like, and here, since I've already opened it, I'll show you the wand here. There's the wand. This is heavy to carry in my hand, especially since I have, like, carpal tunnel and all that. Very heavy, very sturdy. I don't know why you would want to use something this heavy in packaging, but I don't know. Maybe that's Milk's thing. I don't know, but it's just, holy cow. I guess if I was like trying to put on my makeup and I had this and somebody like ambushed me, I could just be like, ah, get away. I do have it on. I gotta say, I'm not a lash primer person. To me, it's always an unnecessary step. I am seeing how it has lengthened. I noticed that like within an hour or two that my mascara seemed to flake a little bit more with this underneath it. So I don't know if that's a mascara issue. I don't know if it's the primer issue. The mascara sometimes flakes, but it flakes more towards the end of the day. And so not like an hour after I apply it. So it makes me think that this might have something to do with it. I also had a lot more transfer and oopsies onto my lid that I had to fix because the primer made it so long that, like, I guess my hooded eyes, it just like hit it. And it does seem a little bit more tarantula-like, but maybe that's the type of mascara I'm using. Maybe if I use this primer with more of like a more natural looking mascara, it would give me more that long, natural looking fanned out eyes. So I'm going to continue to use this. I'm very happy I got it. But that is one thing that I've already noticed is that I feel like this might be making my mascara flake off a little bit, you know, more easily. Apparently it has hemp derived cannabis seed oil in it because, you know, we're putting weed in everything nowadays. The Milk Makeup Kush Lash Primer retails for $24. I don't know if I'd pay $24 for this, but... So the next thing I received was the Nelson J. Beverly Hills Argan Oil 7 Moisture Healing Mask. It says it's this 100% argan oil derived moisturizing hair treatment, is for color treated, dry, or damaged hair, detangles, controls frizz, prevents hair color fading, seals split ends, and protects from chlorine and enhances hair's natural body. Now, normally I would be loving the fact that I got this, but I have yet to receive a hair product through Boxycharm or Ipsy that is silicone free. There's a whole bunch of silicones in here, so I am unfortunately going to have to pass on this. And the Nelson J. Beverly Hills Argan Oil 7 Moisture Healing Mask retails for $24. And then finally, the last item in my box I received was Cuccio. Is it Cuccio? Cuccio? I don't know. Here, let's see if I can get this to kind of... There we go. The Cuccio or Cuccio Milk and Honey Cuticle Revitalizing Oil. And it says it's a unique natural hydrating complex of rich, lightweight oils with extra antioxidant benefits from vitamin E that absorb completely to nourish the cuticles and skin. Milk soothes and softens skin, while honey is a natural humectant to keep the skin moisturized. And this is a huge bottle. The retail value of this is $18. This is quite a bit of cuticle oil for $18. The only thing is that I'm not crazy about the way that it's in here. Look, this is a cool bottle. I mean, let's just admit there's a cool bottle here. And the nice part about this is that the dropper goes all the way to the bottom. My guess is that there's also this weird slant on it so that you could probably like really get down in there when it starts getting down to the bottom. I've been really bad about using cuticle oil lately, but I need to get back to doing it. Mainly because I've noticed that my nails are more brittle if I don't. I watch Christine, or simply Nailogical's tutorial on how to like let your nails grow really long, and one of her things was like you got to use cuticle oil, and not only that, but like use it underneath. Like you're supposed to paint your entire nail with it and kind of wrap the nail underneath. And whenever I started doing that with a really nice cuticle oil, my thumbs keep splitting down the center. After I started doing that on a regular basis and remembering to do it, my nails didn't really split. My thumbnails didn't split down the center. I do think I need to go find some nail polish bottles to kind of drip some of this into, because I prefer using a brush to kind of apply that into my nail and get it to the right places. And I don't necessarily do that or do it well with like an eyedropper here, but this is a substantial amount. Smells good. Hopefully it's nice. Hopefully it works well. I added it up, and the total value of my Boxycharm Premium was $226. We pay $35 a month for it, so that is a great deal. I am very happy with this box. When I opened it up, it was like all packed perfectly and nothing was moving around. Everything just like fit, like they packed it well. And I think I am definitely going to get use out of, pretty much everything in the box, except, the thing is that now that I've had so many palettes and I've had a chance to kind of test these out, maybe I won't use these as often. Although, this wasn't performing too bad. I'm going to give it a few, go arounds. I definitely don't think I would use this as a full face or a full palette, but it is nice to have this translucent powder in here. You might be able to use these as more like eyeshadows. And see, I'm struggling here because I'm like, is this worth the extra $10? But I think for this month it would have been. This was a really great month for Boxycharm. Like, they've been killing it the last couple months. And honestly, I have to sit here and really think about this though. In the battle of the boxes, which one I would like. It's really hard for me to decide this month, except for Ipsy. Ipsy's gone. But between my Boxy Premium and Boxycharm Base Box, like, they were both so great that I don't know if it would be like a tie for me. I probably will rank my base box the highest this month. I would say the base box wins, but just by a little, because the premium was pretty darn good this month too. And that's why it might actually be kind of hard for me to decide to cut off any of my subscription boxes. Ipsy's gone. I'm done with her. Like, I gave her a chance. And what do you think? What which one would you have enjoyed more? Like, also, are we Ipsy, Boxy, or Boxy Premium twins? I'd be curious to know down in the comments. That's pretty much it. This has already been one heck of a long video. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for sticking around this long. I hope you enjoyed this video. You can feel free to follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram and Twitter. Subscribe if you wish. I always like the end of John McClean's videos. Subscription is optional. Maybe that's what I'll say at the end of this video, is subscription is optional. I hope everybody's staying safe. Keep fighting that good fight. I hope everybody's wearing a mask and staying safe. You know, the numbers just keep going up and up and up. I could tell you details. They'd be very gruesome details that you probably don't want to know. Please put on your darn mask. Just wear a mask and have a great day, evening, weekend, whenever you're watching this. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye.